Greetings, I'm Slice, and here are some quick beginner tips for Silent Hill 2 Remake if you're thinking about getting the game for Christmas or if you're just new to the series. Number 1. You can avoid most enemies and save up ammo. In fact, you can complete the entire game without killing any non-boss enemies. At the beginning, you will only have a wooden plank. Don't worry though, you'll acquire more weapons as you progress through the entire story. Number 2. Once you reach the woodside apartments, you will acquire the handgun. With the handgun, you can actually stun enemies if you fire at their legs. This should allow you to run past them and save up ammo and time. Keep in mind though that this will make exploration a lot more challenging and you might miss some health items or ammo and collectibles. Alternatively, you may shoot enemies in the legs and then hit them with a melee weapon. This will save up a ton of ammo and will allow you to clear out some areas a lot more efficiently. So next time you go into a room, stun enemies and then finish them off with your steel pipe or wooden plank. Number 3. If you're a completionist but don't want to look up a guide because you don't want to be spoiled on your first playthrough, you should prioritize siding with Maria. Always keep her safe, interact with her, talk to her every time she talks to you, and do not examine any of your personal items. At the end of the game, you will find 9 red squares. Create a separate save file here. By doing this, you can then go back to this save and get to other endings by following their specific steps. You can find a more in-depth guide on this strategy by watching the video I made for it. Number 4. Crawling mannequins are attracted to light. In the prison, do not turn on the light. Simply focus on collecting the weights. Once you collect all of the weights, all crawling mannequins will die and you will be able to explore the entire prison undisturbed. Number 5. There are 4 weapons in Silent Hill 2 Remake. The handgun, shotgun, rifle, wooden plank, or steel pipe. Conserving ammo is important, so I've put together a short list on how and when to use your weapons. The first weapon is the handgun. You should use the handgun in most situations. I mainly recommend using the handgun to stun enemies and take out lesser foes. But of course you can use the handgun in pretty much any situation, and yes, it works against bosses as well. The shotgun. You acquire the shotgun in the hospital. You can use the shotgun in dangerous situations. I usually use it against crawling mannequins, nurses that are sometimes more tanky, or against bosses and mini-bosses. I mainly recommend using this weapon when you're outnumbered or when you're facing a tough enemy, such as the Mandarin or crawling mannequins. The shotgun is also very effective against most bosses, such as Abstract Daddy, but it's most effective at close range. The rifle. This is the strongest gun in the game. It packs a lot of firepower, and I recommend saving this for boss fights or against Mandarins during the labyrinth section. I always use the rifle against boss fights such as Eddie and the final boss fights. Do not use the rifle against regular enemies such as the lying figures or the nurses. But of course, you can play however you want. But mind you, the rifle ammo in this game is very scarce. So you're gonna want to save it up for when you actually need it against bosses and other things like that. And there you have it, 5 quick useful tips if you're thinking about getting Silent Hill 2 Remake. And as always, check out my channel for guides on how to get all endings, what the requirements are, and other really cool stuff. As always, consider subscribing, leave a like if you've enjoyed this video, take care, and I will see you in the next one.